Hello students, I'm going to show you a little bit of a little cheat here to help you out with this assignment. So, when it comes to Photoshop, and let me just change to tools that I'm not actually zooming in and out, there are the things right here called rulers. Now if you can't find them, you can go under View, and there's, rulers right there. It's, the Apple key and R or Control R, whatever. If you can't find it, just go under the Help thing and search for rulers, and you can even find it that way as well. Now, I got these on, so I'll take it, view them off. Now they're gone. Now you see those little guidelines on the top and left are gone. I'll bring them back up. Rulers, click. So there we go. Now, when it comes to these rulers, now when I'm in this arrow tool, I'm on my move tool, which is the V button, I can click and drag, and I can place little lines here. And now, you see how I have these little light blue lines everywhere? Those are now guidelines. Those are what I can now snap to, and I will snap to them in a moment. I'm just going to place these guys out exactly 1 inch apart. Now, if I were using, like Nintendo Entertainment System style rules here, I'd have to make these every single 8 pixels or whatnot. We're not going to do that, though. We're not going to be that technical. But as you can see, now I have myself a grid. I have a grid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So I have 35 individual squares in this default Photoshop size. So if I were to simply, just start drawing something, so let me just double click this and change this to layer 0. There we go. So now I'll actually have something to work with. You'll also notice in the view I also have snapping selected. So what does that mean here? And I can snap to guides, so I will snap to guides as well. These blue things are the guides. So now when I use my marquee tool, which is, these dotted lines right here, and I can click and hold it, and I can select rectangular marquee instead. What I can do is I can simply click and drag, and it'll auto snap. Like, see how I'm shoving it around and it's kind of just snapping to the guidelines. When I hover over it, it's kind of immediately snapping to it. It'll try and go, oh, you're trying to stay on these guidelines, right? So now, inching, and it snapped there at the very end. So it knew, oh, you want to be in this guideline. So now, if I were to just move into, say, I don't know, my brush tool, and I were to just start drawing something, you'll notice even though I'm drawing something, it's only staying inside my marquee tool. So, yeah, I don't know, we'll make that an entirely black square. Why not? That'll be fine as is. And then, of course, to unselect the dancing ants here, so you see I still can't draw anything over it no matter how much I try, no matter how many times I click. I'll just deselect this, which is Command D, and now it's gone. Now it's there. And now I can just go back to M for my marquee tool. I'll select another box area, and this time, I don't know, I'll make this one purple. And then I'll just go back to my brush tool, and I'll go, I don't know, this will be a purple spike. Oops. However, the fact purple was my background color, not my foreground color, so let me switch that. There we go. Now I have myself a purple spike. There we go. And that'll be my purple spike, so on and so forth. And, I could probably just keep making this as detailed as I want, and whatever I draw will only be inside this marquee. So, therefore, what I can do is I can go and take a new document, so on and so forth, and let's just say I only want that area right there. I can just, once I have an entire thing filled out of 35 different pictures, I can just simply copy whatever square I want, then paste. And oh look, there it is, it's right there. And then, I'll just paste again. And oh look, now there's another one right there. Now there's another one. This is going to be an entire level with a spike floor, why not? So now we'll have, spike floor. And there. And there, and I've now made a spike floor, and you know what? Deselect, let me get my marquee tool back out. Let me just select this guy right here. I'm going to select my black box, copy, and paste. And now it is, yeah, now my level is, I don't know, my level is now 3 platforms you gotta jump across to get to the end, and if you fall down, you fall into the purple spikes. So, very easy, sort of just guidelines yourself to make yourself a level. Now, obviously, a level that's this small is, a really easy level and won't take that much time. But, an actual level will have foreground objects, background objects, enemies, items to pick up, so on and so forth, different types of terrains and all that. But also try to keep this guy grid-based as well, so that you can kind of align things as you want. So, I mean, right now you'll even see that this box right here didn't really align properly with everything else. Even some of my spikes are a little bit off now. But the general understanding is, keep it all lined up in such a way. Because we're going to work under the assumption that these things, actually happened. Now I'll show you what a finished product